This is my cardboard robotic arm, and even though it looks like a piece of garbage and the movements look a bit jaggy, if you consider that all I was using was some yarn mortar tape and a cardboard, I would say it ended up okay. And at the end of the video, I'll be putting it up to the test to see if it can get 3 of these stuff inside of that paper box. The idea came from the amount of people that needed a prosthetic limb. Now, of course, nobody's going to be actually benefiting off of this robot, but I hope that it is a start so that one day I could actually make one that could actually be useful. I also want to mention that I do not claim inventing the robotic arm. I am only building my own version to build some experience off of it. But anyway, after doing some research and figuring out that the claw method would probably work the best for the hand, and coming to the conclusion that I want this robot to pick up things, move up and down, left and right, and then drawing some brainstorm sketches, I went straight into the actual build. So we first start off with the simple claw, and then I add on a servo motor at the back of it and test out if it could actually grab stuff. And then I decided to add another motor at the back, and this will be the elbow. Over here is the actual stand that will hold the robotic arm up and hopefully prevent it from tipping over. And then this will be the actual arm with the motor right there to move it up and down. And then I actually ended up putting it all together because that was basically all the pieces that it needed. But after building it, I realized that it was just still kind of tipping over, so I knew I had to make some adjustments here, and that is exactly why I added this little cardboard plate at the bottom, and this actually held up the robotic arm so it did not actually tip over. So then I went to actually test it to see if it actually worked as intended, moving it up and down, left and right, and just testing out to see if I had to change anything in the code, in the program. And I did actually end up changing some of the motor speeds here, and then I actually go to try to pick up something, and then I kind of picked it up, but then it just ended up falling off. So I went for round 2 and it actually ended up picking it up, so then it actually could pick up something. So this actually gave me hope that I could do good in the competition, and I want to explain how this thing actually works. So with the joystick, left and right is what moves it, up and down doesn't do anything. I click on the joystick, you can choose which motor you're controlling, which is what these LEDs are. It lets you know which mode you are in, and it should hopefully give you better control over the arm. Now it is time to put the robot to the actual test in this paper competition, where I have to put at least 3 papers inside that paper box to win. And so for my first round here, I ended up knocking off a bunch of them. Unfortunately, I couldn't pick up the first 3. I went to go pick up the 4th one and knocked off again. The 5th one again, 6th one, and it fell. So that was a big fail. I had to go again, guys. And then again I went, but then this time the robot arm got stuck at the top, so I had to end that round early and had to go again. For this round, guys, I thought maybe there was a miracle where I could actually pick up something, but no. Everything basically ended up the same. I couldn't pick up any of these little paper stuff here, and I started to lose hope that I could not pick up anything with this robot hand and that it was completely useless. But I ended up squashing these paper stuff like this to make these paper balls, and it would actually make it easier for the robot to pick it up. So then I went to remake the game, and now I had to pick up these paper balls instead, and I actually was able to pick up this paper ball over here. It ended up giving me hope that I could actually win. So that was 1 there, and then we got 2, and I just needed to pick up 1 more to win, and I was able to pick it up and actually was able to put it in. And right here I was actually in here, I had already won, and I kind of felt like World Cup Booga, and I kind of thought to myself, well, it doesn't really matter if I pick up this final one. I already won, and I did this little dance, and at the end I just knock off the paper box out of the table. So guys, what did we learn? We learned that even if your robot looks like it's about to fall apart and looks like hot garbage, it might actually still work. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Please let me know how I can improve my videos, and yeah.